Obviously, very disappointing performance tonight. Whether we win or lose, we just, didn't get out to a great start. It was pretty sluggish. When you play at home, you shouldn't play that way. And then we just couldn't put the ball in the hole. We had layups, we had open looks, we had a lot of shots, but you can't shoot 23% in this league and win.
For Courtney and April, with the energy coming out of Sunday's game and the momentum, just how do you put this into words? Kind of what happened tonight, especially coming off that victory.
There's no excuse. We should have had a lot of energy and a lot of momentum coming into this game, especially being at home. So there's just no excuse for the lack of energy that we had.
There's no excuses. We have to bring it every game. Like, no excuses.
Was it something early on that maybe, if you had energy, that zapped it out of you, something they did to you, or you guys, the ball just not going in the hole early enough for you guys?
It always helps when you get off to a great start, and obviously getting out, they got out to an 8-0 start, and that can drain the energy from you, but you just have to fight through it and bring it that much more.
Sharon, with the turnovers and the offensive rebounds that you guys gave up, a little maddening there early on. You got those cleaned up late, but then couldn't hit any shots to get
First
back
half
in the
was
game.
ridiculous. I mean, offensive boards and every transition was a turnover, which ended up in a transition basket for them. And I mean, that's just not how you play ball. So the first half killed us. Second half, we beat them on the boards. We did all the things that we talked about at halftime, but we couldn't buy a basket. So, if you have good shots, I thought our shot selection for some of our players was poor. I thought others had some good looks. We just didn't knock it down.
This one's for Coach. They have, coming into the game, they were the top rebounding defense in the Big Ten. Overall, what do you think of your team's ability to block out and box out?
I thought the second half we did a lot better. Obviously, we only gave them 13 offensive boards, and they're a great offensive rebounding team. So part of that is, they shot well, and we rebounded well because we missed a lot. So, but at least we went to the offensive boards. But I thought overall, when it's 39-37, I mean, that was good.
April, you can only speak for yourself, but when the guards got in the lane there, what were you seeing? There seemed to be a lot of blue there, but just kind of take us through the thought process of trying to get the ball inside there.
They had great rotation, good cover down, so it's hard for us to get into the post. We work on it in practice if that's covered down, we have jump out and kick it baseline. So, I mean, we just didn't do the things that we do in practice.
Sharon, any chance there's too much talk this week about the 3 games in 5 days rather than just the 1 game coming up?
We haven't talked about it. You all have, but we haven't in our confines. We don't talk about that at all. So, and they don't read the paper. It's not about that at all. We just we should have been ready. We were ready, but it was like we're in mud.
Courtney, a positive out of this game is you made 2 threes to come in and tie for second on the career three-pointers made list with Brittany Rayburn. Can you talk about that? I know it probably doesn't mean much to you with the loss, but
Yeah, would rather got a win than to get that. I would just rather won tonight.